It's not starting this way. It's starting that way because that's a good joke, and I told it to Alfred, and he laughed. And you didn't laugh at my joke because it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't well delivered.
So if it wasn't a joke, he was in the wrong.
I know. I mean, it was a joke, but you know how jokes are sometimes true. Like humor is a form of receiving super honesty. Hello and welcome to Loon Attic. Sometimes dinosaurs come out of places.
I thought you were gonna burp again. You're pulling that face.
Sorry, no, I was like, what I'm going to talk about in this program. I was supposed to talk about video games. I'm not going to talk about all video games. What am I doing with my life? That's my grandmother.
I really hate those purple guys.
They suck.
I know.
They remind me of the dinosaurs in Mario World, but those are dinosaurs and I like them better. Because those purple guys are not dinosaurs and I like dinosaurs better. If you haven't noticed by the erratic nature of the camera in this video game, I am the one playing.
Yeah, we switched roles.
Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. This is like the expression.
Get in the mouth,
like,
get in the mouth.
This is the pose that I have inside of my mind when I'm like freaking out and like just at a party and a conversation with a tone person. So what I'm doing, I'm like.
Oh, you have to play
That's in my head all the time. It's me. It's that position. That is what's happening. Hello.
There we go. Oh no.
I'm terrible.
A little more to the left.
You know how video games are supposed to be a form of escapism, and yet they require an amount of dexterity.
To do it earlier, much earlier.
Okay, yes, I know that I suck.
Don't do it.
Why?
Because there's a honeycomb at the top.
I'm out of time. Oh, really?
Yeah, just jump on that. There you go, because I...
Alistair Graff is a super Banjo Kazooie genius. Did you see that? Amazing brand knowledge. That is so cool.
There you go.
That's amazing.
Yay!
Dude, you get mad credit and also the controller. That was amazing.
Oh, honeycomb.
We're playing with a championship banjo player, like...
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
Dude, say that. I mean, did you see that? Like, I was like walking in circles while like crouching over my head, and you're like, that's actually not a way to live, man. You should be.
See, you were facing the other way. If you'd had the move where you can poop out blue eggs, then it might have been different.
Might have.
I guess we'll never know.
Let's talk about iconography in games. Simula and Simulacrum by Jean Bourdard.
Is that his name?
Yeah, man. His name is Jean Bourdard, and he made a story about what he made. Never mind. Okay, wait. Okay, let me start over.
I'm getting jiggies all over the place.
Jiggy sounds like a euphemism. You know, like video games are like particularly video games in which the sole purpose is to collect shit.
Yeah.
They normally have a lot of like really interesting like icons and stuff, like the like thematic like kind of symbols that are used to like represent an item of value in a game, tell you a lot about
so
sort
notes
of
and jiggies, puzzle pieces for banjo.
Yeah, exactly. Like because coins is like a really typical thing, and like a semi-quaver is really like that's an interesting like I don't know it's an interesting icon to use to represent.
I preferred the notes compared to Super Mario 64's coins.
Yeah, no, it's really unique and original, and like that's very cool. And that's a subtle reminder for me to use a timer so we don't go over time. But I was thinking actually, why do you have to count to 100? Shouldn't you count to like 126 or something, or like like because you're doing. That's a semi-quaver, right? I'm not good with like quarter notes. It's a quarter note. I learned the American.
Semi-quaver, yeah, it's a semi-quaver,
yeah.
I believe. From the years of music that I studied years ago.
That's so good though. I mean, like I'm really jealous.
I was really bad at music theory. It was too akin to math to do successfully for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to teach myself music theory and stuff, and I taught myself the American way, where it's like that's not a semi-quaver, it's a quarter note. Which seems really easy until you get into time.
That's confusing to me.
Like when you get to something like a time signature that's not common time, like not 4/4, then a quarter note really doesn't. It ceases to be a quarter, and then it becomes really confusing. So that's why we have semi-quavers and stuff. Interesting music fact: 69. Haha, joke. Zoom in.
Oh, now it's 17. More people in the next. And another jiggy. See, it's just really, really easy, this level.
Is it really easy? Because I struggled, and apparently crouching down and making a duck in cover position is not the way to play a game. Apparently.
To each their own.
Like Banjo. Oh, it's because he's named after an instrument, and so is Kazooie. That's really neat. That's really clever. Like, I never got that. That's amazing. Like the reason why it's a musical note is because that's the visual motif they're going with. Like that's why the characters are named after. The name after instruments. There's the semiquaver. That's really cool. That's like really layered. That's really awesome actually. Like you like look at a kid's video game and like this character rhyming is stupid and bullshit and he lives in a backpack bullshit stupid. And actually like that's really awesome. That's like way cool.
Well, that's what they did with the third game, Ukulele.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, you had because there's the instrument
Yuka and Lele, but together they make one instrument because one head is better than two. Ask the Bill and Ted soundtrack.
That was a good game.
Yes, Bill and Ted, the soundtrack was a good game. I give it 4 out of 5 All-Star music points.
I meant to say film.
It's like, I was just like so on autopilot and I was like, my mouth. I really like how every character's every character's house is like their own face. I like that and like
Tilda, Mumbo, yeah.
Yeah, it's neat actually. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like Banjo is just a fucking house because
We want to know the contractor. Give us your number, please. I want my face. Well, actually, that's another. I mean, if you were to have your face on your, the front of your house, that would be rather narcissistic.
Yeah, it would, but it would also be awesome. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine walking into your own face and like seeing all of your imperfections up super close?
I'm coming into your mouth. Oh my god.
Hey babe, you wanna come over? Swim out? It's like it's for my butt!
Wait, I've already done this, haven't I?
I'm sorry, I'm
trying to find the other gold skulls. No, the other silver skulls, but I have 2, but I can't find them. Where are they? Where are you?
What do you think Banjo represents?
Oh wait, there's one in there. What does he represent?
I was just because we never finished my like diatribe, like feminist critique about like Banjo's, like
how it was so good for the.
Well, like cause I think Kazooie's a really good female character, like in the
Yeah, she's a feminist icon.
Yeah, totally. She's a feminist icon. She's awesome. She's everyone's favorite.
I mean, she's been paraded in the streets. And feminist sort of.
Yeah, she was the one who stood in front of the horses back when the vote wasn't happening.
She's the one who got trampled to death.
Yeah, that's why they call them suffragettes. Because her last name is Suffragette. That joke doesn't really work unless like
Kazooie Suffragette.
Yeah, Banjo Jones and Kazooie Suffragette. But that because when you go into like Gruntilda, that's a female villain, and that's really cool. And I'm dicking with people. I'm not when I'm doing my feminist critique. I am doing it. I'm spewing word with my mouth. This is not a formal video essay. Please don't leave negative comments. I'm sensitive. But there's
We mean well.
Well, like I mean,
just say stupid things.
Like Banjo, because what's interesting because there's a female character that I mean I don't think there's the Bechdel test passes necessarily in this game. I mean, actually, maybe. Yeah, if there's a female character icon that you talk to, then totally, yeah. This game is fucking feminist wizardry.
Well, I don't think that feminism was very important to the game.
Ask special developer. So I was trying to think of a really notable feminist, and I couldn't think of a feminist because I Margaret Atwood. She's an author, so that's slim pickings. I don't know enough about words. I don't know enough about social things. I'm not doing this anymore. I wanted to point out my initial meme, the initial meme EP. I was gonna say because that's motivated in a kind of interesting way. Like the female characters, aside from his sister is an object. She's not a sex object because it's his sister. They're not. It's not like a go rescue this princess for blowjobs. This is the
Mario, thing. Learn something from that.
I mean, I don't think Mario is necessarily a problematic game. I just think it's interesting that that's the foundation of almost all video games. Is we gotta rescue a sexy lamb. So just go get it. Thank you, Mario. Princess is in
A
another
lamp in a pink lampshade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but like, what is interesting though is, aside from the whole, it's not like rescue a damsel in distress, except you're sort of doing that, but it's your younger sister, and so there's a like sort of like interesting like kind of like familial mentality, like all the relationship ties are really nice and really kind of cute and like, you know, sort of well put together. But then there is also like the whole like, I must be attractive. I must be attractive and steal your value as a person, Tutti, is that you are attractive. It's like, she's like, hey, that's weird. What the fuck?
Well, there are people who fetishize anyone with pigtails.
That's true. I mean,
And pigtails are indicative of, you know, female youth.
it's like, what is the name for that? Like pigtails. Like, there's not a nice way to put that. Like, I don't know. like what is the like scat version of pigtails? Like,
Oh my god.
I'm into the Ziggy Piggy. Like, can you put pigtails on?
It's true though.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I think that's partly
Might have to
why
try that out.
people like Harley Quinn as well. Not only because she's kooky, but because of her character design.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
that's why I first took note of her. I saw her on a Batman playing card, and
You're like, I just love those pigtails. Oh.
okay.
Sorry, am I painting you to a very reductive corner there, Alistair?
That wouldn't really be in conjunction with my homosexuality, but
Oh, you just gay dropped me. Now I'm the one who's
94. Do you like your ponytails on bearded guys?
Yes, totally. Yes. I mean, maybe.
What if they were to
Like
ponytail their
like
beards?
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Like
That would be
yeah,
interesting.
You can do that. I mean, normally it's like plaiting, not like a ponytail, but you know, sort of.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna make an observation that may or may not have been about objectifying women. Sorry, women. Sorry, our predominantly
Actually, speaking
female
of Tutti-
audience.
Speaking of Tutti, it's a shame that she hasn't reappeared in any sort of other installments of the Banjo franchise, even though there's only really 2 more games after this one.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like they should do that thing where, like, you know, like Crash's sister, you can like play as Crash's sister, and it's she's not just a damsel in like the later games. You can actually play as her, and that's really cool. And like, you know, you got that. Crash sucks. I hate Crash. I don't hate Crash. The 2 things you never do. Never mention feminism or any sort of political agenda on YouTube, and never mention Crash sucking. Like, don't ever. What's really interesting about the Crash games though is like I was playing a Crash game, like one of the PS2 ones, and you could play as Crash's sister. He looks a lot like Tutti. They're like pretty much the same thing. It's like his cool like sister something, just like, you know, like Crash family. There's a whole mythos to it that I don't know. But like when you die in that game, it's like really weirdly explicitly violent. So you have this like 6-year-old fox girl like with pigtails. I think she has pigtails. It's like the same sort of character. And then like she dies and gets cut up into like little pieces and shit. It's
Oh
like,
my god.
it's weird. It's weird. I know.
She gets cut up.
But there are different ways you have the different like cartoon deaths and stuff, and it's like there's not a lot of blood to the Crash games, but I mean it's still sort of bizarre, you know, when you have that sort of character model, I guess. But I mean, women with pigtails have agency. If you have pigtails, it doesn't stop you from having agency. Like, wait, one sec. I'm gonna just
Why are
make
my
a proof there.
jiggies showing on Spiral Mountain?
Because you left the level. You left the level. You can't. You got the things. You did. We're done. You finished it.
Did we get all the jiggies?
Probably. I mean, I would imagine so.
Magic, get weak. Animal, turn back.
No, not animal turn back.
Magic, all gone. Must go back to bear and... Okay. Bye-bye.
You lost your wizard powers. That's really sad. This game has transformation. That's awesome. This is like the first game that has transformation. Like, you play like all the new Yoshi games. It's like, and now it says it's fuzzy fucking helicopter Yoshi. No, actually, Yoshi's Island did it beforehand. So, I'm sorry. Correct my previous statement. I was wrong. I was wrong, man.
I don't think Banjo Kazooie is
It's the progenitor of 3D
Strangest
platforming.
thing.
Did you know there is like no 3D platformers before Banjo Kazooie? Hashtag game facts.
Really?
No, it's not. No. Do you know what the first 3D platformer is there?
What?
It's Alpha Waves.
Really?
Yeah, it's this like MS-DOS like Atari ST PC game, and you play as this like prism, that slides around and jumps onto other like weird blocky shapes, and it's got this really like nice like cyan color palette. Hashtag cyan. and it's really nice. It's got this awesome music. It sounds like the Wendy Carlos like Tron score. It's so nice. It's legit one of my favorite games ever. I want to play that on the show sometime. I love Alpha Waves.
I've never heard of that game.
Yeah, no, it's from 1991, so it's like super basic. This is one of the first games that has like real character as a 3D game. You know, I mean, like this, like I don't know if this came out. Is it the same year as Mario 64, or is it like slightly after?
What year did Mario 64 get released?
When did the N64 come out? I should know this. Oh god, I have no cred. I have no lead cred. I have no lead cred. I'm no smart cred. I'm a stupid idiot. Oh, boxes!
Treasure Trove Cove has just been opened.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Sick. Aphantic. I am so down. Shall we do this next time on the Loon Attic?
Yes.
Should we jump and gun it?
Yeah, next episode should be about it.
This is so weird and creepy. It gives me nightmares.
Really?
It's just got this weird like I don't know like.
The henchman or was?
No, like the weird rusty sink. like next time on Loon Attic. Thank you very much for watching this program. Farts, garbage,
yes, thank you
noises.
very much for joining us. Until next time.
I'm sorry. So that was dreadful. I'm gonna see if I press the red button. I pressed the red button.